It was 30th graduation ceremony at Divine Word University main campus in Medang. The university has seen more than 800 graduates from all over Papua New Guinea and the Pacific region graduating from 6 faculties and over 15 departments. The Sunday's graduates were a part of over 1,514 students who obtained DWU qualifications from campuses around the country.
Sincere welcome to all of you. Many of you probably have had to travel to come here. Maybe most of you have had to travel to come here. Parents too and friends who have had to travel, a very sincere welcome. On this graduation ceremony, there are some that we also have to remember. We think of those who lost their lives, in the boat drowning, in the plane crash, and other accidents. So I would ask for a minute's silence that we remember. There are many things in life that we do not plan, that we cannot plan. There are other things that we are able to plan. You have planned for your graduation here. You are graduating. You have worked hard. I've often said about Divine Word University, some of the basics that you get right, the students do study, the teachers do teach. And we know that you have worked hard for this graduation.
I would like to sincerely welcome you all to the 30th graduation of Divine Word University as an institution of higher learning. It is a joy to be able to share this great event with you, together with parents, friends, our partners in development and the staff of DWU. We are celebrating our graduates' achievements and also encouraging those students who will follow in their footsteps.
The president of Divine Word University, Father Jan Juba, again reminded the graduates of the university's motto, the power of positive vision. Father Jan encouraged the students to have positive thoughts about themselves and a positive vision in their lives.
This year's theme for our DWU community is the power of positive vision. And this event is the evidence of this inspirational theme. Orison Sweet Marden once said, and I quote, "Success is not measured by what you accomplish, but by the opposition you have encountered and the courage with which you have maintained the struggle against overwhelming odds." End of quote. Today we are celebrating the successful, positive efforts you have all put to see the fulfillment of your dreams with the challenges that came into your lives. Without losing your vision and with the support of your parents, sponsors, and loved ones, you have persisted, investing long hours into the night to enrich and deepen your knowledge, sacrificing weekends with friends to meet the deadline of assignments, and rising above personal difficulties. It has been a long, challenging road to success, but those sacrifices have paid off, and look at where you are now today. We are all here to congratulate you on your success in life. With the economic challenging situation in the world today, business has lost its way, and some societies have become messy places to live in. People value possessions more than they value their relationships. They seem to be more interested in fulfilling their egos than in much greater pursuit of contributing to a better humanity. Sadly, it has become more trendy to be popular than to be ethical, brave, and good. Too many among us blame external forces for the resistance to the mastery of positive vision and values in our lives than our own internal uncertainties and our weakest beliefs. We have neglected what it means to stand for something bigger than our lives. We have misplaced our priorities by focusing on helping ourselves win rather than passionately helping everyone around us win as well. What I am suggesting is that we should not forget the leadership responsibility that our country and our society needs today. Success is not measured by what you receive, but about what you return. At DWU, you were invited to lay the foundation for success to last. As a DWU graduate, you are called on to create a life that matters. You have found practical wisdom from your lecturers of this university, from the people you met while studying here, and from the principles you have formed based on your own personal beliefs. As you practice your profession, have a productive and meaningful life based on DWU values, and make a difference in PNG and in the world. Graduates, I am counting on you to remind people that they were born to be extraordinary, and the thoughts they have about what they cannot do and cannot become are just not true. You can help many people as you share the positive vision of leadership that has been installed in you at this university. Many people must discover the importance of positive vision that leads to lasting success, and the time for that to happen in PNG is definitively now for you, my dear graduates. Henry Massa said, and I quote, "There are always flowers for those who want to see them," end of quote. There is no greater feeling in life, no greater freedom than to know that you can be yourself and be part of the group that is engaged in the cause greater than you are. Together with your friends here and other DWU graduates, we can combine our efforts to make Papua New Guinea a better land. Thus, join our DWU Alumni Association. Graduates, you are an important part of the success story of DWU. You contributed to the development of healthy, sustainable academic community, our great university. This was possible to achieve because you allowed yourself to grow and create meaningful success that it will last. Thank you for your great contribution. I hope you have realized for the most part here, extraordinary people, teams, and this university are simply ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things that matter to them and that last. on behalf of the University Council and the DWU community, I want to thank everyone we have had the privilege to meet and know at DWU in creating this university. We are grateful for your talented and dedicated people who make this journey possible for you. They have been great partners and many have become good friends. Graduates, it has been a real honor having you in our community and in our lives. I hope we have been helpful to assist you in your personal and professional development. If I, as the President, have made life here a little bit better, then my life will have been a valuable exercise. Thank you for that opportunity. I wish you all that is great, my dear graduates. Dream bravely, live beautifully, as the power of positive vision is the ability to do good things for others, and I trust you will do it.
I am delighted to be here as the keynote speaker.
The keynote speaker at the graduation, Australian Deputy High Commissioner Ms. Margaret Adamson, praised the university for being the beacon of learning and values in Papua New Guinea and the region.
Inspirational remarks. I encourage you, I implore you to remember what they have said to you in these two speeches today.
Ms. Smith affirmed that Divine Word University produces graduates who are of the highest caliber in the country.
I first heard about this university before I was posted to Papua New Guinea, not only from many distinguished Australian academics who have developed close ties to your university, such as at James Cook University or Professor Roger Garneau, but also actually through a mutual connection to Father Jan's home country of Poland. The Polish ambassador to Papua New Guinea, who is based in Canberra, told me about your president and recommended that I meet him as soon as possible after my arrival in PNG. Ambassador Yaroshinsky and Father Jan taught and studied at the Catholic University of Lublin in Poland. In my previous role as Australia's ambassador to Poland, I visited this university because, like your university, it is a beacon. It is a beacon in Poland as the DWU is a beacon in Papua New Guinea. The Catholic University of Lublin is famous not only for its academic standards, its academic rigor, but also for fighting for human rights, democratic freedoms, and all the values that you have heard him speak of already this morning. This was the case for this particular university, the Catholic University of Lublin, throughout all the decades of the Cold War, through great adversity. This was the university also where Pope John Paul II was teaching theology. The Divine Word University, it is a beacon of learning, it is a beacon of values throughout PNG, throughout this region. You are privileged to have attended this university. You are to be congratulated that you have achieved the culmination of your studies. You are entering into the community of alumni of the DWU. I know that the graduates of this university are of the highest caliber in this country. You can hold your heads up high in the region, you can hold your heads up high throughout the world. So I am honoured to be here on this occasion and to have the opportunity to visit this great university so soon after arriving in Papua New Guinea just 1 month ago. Father Roche Professor Anne have spoken about the loss to your community, I just wished also to add on behalf of the Australian Government my deepest sympathy to all of the families and friends of the members of your community who have so tragically lost their lives last October and more recently. The Australian Government provided an active helping hand on both of those occasions, and once again sends its sincere condolences to your community for its loss. In sad, but also in times of celebration, the Australian Government is proud to be a partner of the Divine Word University. I just want to spend a little while mentioning the partnerships that are ongoing between this university and Australia. In 2012, we are funding 16 scholarships for midwifery students at DWU's sister institution, the Lutheran School of Nursing. We are piloting a twinning program between DWU and James Cook University in Cairns. This program will enable students to apply for a Bachelor of Health Management award, whereby they will study at DWU for 2 years and at James Cook for another 2. I anticipate that this exchange will broaden the learning experience considerably. We have also helped to fund DWU's efforts to provide government agencies in Madang with access to its Papua New Guinea academic research network. This has greatly increased the amount of research material these agencies can draw from. Divine Word University has also benefited from the Australian Government's Australia Awards Scholarship Program. Since 1996, 16 academics from DWU have undertaken further study in Australia under this program. Australia Awards scholarships allow Papua New Guinean academics to update their skills and knowledge in Australia and to then transfer this knowledge to students such as yourselves and those coming up behind you. There are currently 4 DWU staff in Australia studying under this program in the fields of health management, rural health and information systems. In summary, the connections between your university and a number of Australian universities are very strong. I make particular mention of the relationship between this university and James Cook University. For example, the Rural Health and Physiotherapy departments at DWU have visited James Cook to work collaboratively on a male circumcision study, gaining skills in specialised software as well. There have been lecturer exchanges in the field of public health. There have been annual visits by James Cook University staff and students to your campus to participate in combined research as well as teaching. Other opportunities are being created through DWU's partnership with Macquarie University, the Australian University, it's my university, La Trobe University, the Australian Catholic University, the Queensland University of Technology and the University of New South Wales. So the list is pretty extensive. Beyond the tertiary sector, I also want to note that the number of Australian volunteer organisations working with DWU has also been growing, and in recent years, volunteers from the Pacific Laboratory Medicine Services, Australian Volunteers International and Australian Business Volunteers have all worked at this university in some capacity. So in summary, at the academic as well as at other levels, the connections between this very fine institution and Australia are extremely strong. But as a formal representative of my government, I would like to reaffirm how much weight we place on education. It is the key to successful, sustainable development. Both of our governments recognise this, and as university graduates, you are becoming part of a positive cycle and you will be in a position to make a real contribution to your country's future. Undeniably, when a person is educated, they and their children are likely to pursue further education. Their family will have better health outcomes. Their employment opportunities will be significantly greater than someone who has not been able to achieve schooling. This is why education is one of the 4 core priorities of the Australia-Papua New Guinea Development Partnership, the others being health, law and justice, and infrastructure. I will conclude by noting that while you are justifiably proud, together with your families, to have completed your course of studies at Divine Word University, you should not consider this ceremony as the end of your education. While the completion of your tertiary studies is a milestone, you must all be feeling a grand sense of relief to have arrived at this milestone. But I can say from my own experience that your education will be continuing throughout your lives. You will continue to learn through your workplace. You will continue to learn through your engagement with the community membership that you now have of the DWU family of alumni. Perhaps you may undertake in the future also further formal study.
It's an honour to address you today as you mark one of the most important occasions in your lives and in that of your families and country. To graduate from university is to enter a privileged group of people, and of course, with that privilege comes responsibility.
Guest speaker at the graduation, Professor Anne Cummins, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Australian Catholic University, challenged the graduates to become knowledgeable and skillful, to question life, to challenge ignorance and self-interest, and look beyond arguments or media presentations in order to seek the truth.
What is this degree that you have earned? Is it a qualification for employment? Is it entry to a professional life? Is it the start of an exploration of an area of knowledge? I know that it may be and should be all of those things, but I hope that for each of you it will be much, much more than that. Your programs of study have allowed you to become knowledgeable and skilled. They have exposed you to different perspectives and viewpoints. They have enabled you to interpret evidence and respond to changing circumstances. You have skills and capacity to reflect, to gather the information, to plan, and to take action. The great philosopher Immanuel Kant summed up his entire life's work as having asked only 3 questions. What can I know? What ought I do? And what may I hope? These seem good questions to guide your life as graduates. The first question is about knowledge. Your study and acquisition of knowledge has prepared you to question life. This will involve struggling with ambiguity and uncertainty. It will involve challenging ignorance and callous self-interest, and looking behind the argument or media presentation to seek out the truth. Your degree gives you both the skills and the responsibility to ask the questions that others cannot ask, and to voice the concerns of those who may not have the tools to unpack the issues. Only when you do that as a graduate can you say that you truly know. These questions are difficult in our world. Contemporary notions of progress suggest that the individual can do little to challenge large movements of thought or action. But acceptance of this notion leaves us very vulnerable. Life is not like the movies. It is in the little things that we make significant difference. Putting the second point of view, presenting the unstated facts, explaining what is happening to others, sharing information and knowledge. Many little contributions build a better, more just world. The second question, what ought I do, is about actions. This is a challenge to you now as graduates because you are people of action. The first is to commit yourself to learning always. Too frequently, a degree is seen as an end in itself when it is really a beginning. You now have the skills to continue learning and to share learning with others. It is your responsibility as graduates to do that. I have often thought that education was the one thing that no one could take from us. You can lose money, friends, even love, but your education, short of tragic brain damage, stays with you. But this is a personal view of education, and I have come to see it as a very limited one. We need a communal view of education. Your education comes out of a community, the community of your families, the community of your Divine Word University, the community of your nation. And it continues to link you to those communities. It invests you with leadership in them, and it engages you in a dialogue of meaning with members of the community, young and old, rich and poor. To be true to this graduation, you need to commit to community engagement and leadership. In doing that, your degree becomes a living thing. Through your person, it brings nourishment, innovation, and commitment to your communities. If you are grounded in dialogue with your communities, your actions will be for the good of community. Your actions will be directed toward justice and peace. You may say that we now live in a global world and we may leave our communities. Yes, that may be the case, and I hope that the exploration of the world is an opportunity for many of you. But wherever you are, as a graduate, you are called to speak for others. Kant asks the question, what may I hope? Not what do I hope for. Most of us have a Christmas list of fine hopes. Fine job, material possessions, happy family, good holidays. Kant's is a deeper question. What may I hope? It challenges us to define what is most meaningful for us, what best explains our lives and our world. In this question, we move from knowledge to wisdom. As graduates, you are called to be wise. This is a journey, not an event. You are called to bring your knowledge and life experience together and to develop wisdom. A degree, thankfully, is not essential for wisdom. It does not guarantee it. But again, the degree you have earned privileges you in the pursuit of wisdom. It opens you to the journeys of others. It provokes your questioning, and it offers you support and encouragement on your personal journey to wisdom. So what is it that you may hope? How will your life answer that question? How will you nurture your journey to wisdom? A Hindu prophet said, "He who knows others is learned. He who knows himself is wise." To be hopeful, you need to stay in touch with yourself and to live with integrity and a sense of wholeness and purpose. This includes recognizing that success is more than achievement or accolades. It is the quiet knowledge that you have done a job well and that in doing so, you have made the world a better place. Today, you start a journey. Consider what you will value most at the end of that journey and aim for that as you undertake it. The things that are truly lasting are tied to the person we become. If you let your person speak of integrity, peace, and justice, you will be sure that you have not only answered the question, "What may I hope?" but you will have also created those things that our deepest hopes speak of. Today, you graduate. Your families and friends join with you in joy, and we remember today those who can't be with us. It is right to celebrate your achievements, your hopes, and your dreams. These are the things that will create our world. You live in a young nation with ancient spirits. Your futures are tied with those of your nation. Be united in your purpose. Together, you have strength. Call each other to your shared values. You have worked hard to achieve your degrees. I congratulate you, and I congratulate your families and friends and communities that have supported you. I wish you every blessing as you take the first steps on this precious journey that will unfold throughout your lifetime.
What are you going to do?
The day saw students being awarded and rewarded in their academic achievements and journey at the university. There was gold, silver, and bronze medal awards awarded to top students as per their grade point average. The ISGPA Gold Award went to Denny Pumia from the Information Systems and Management Department.
I may not be able to shake hands with each and every one of you today, but your presence here speaks so much more than words put together.
The graduation was beautifully summed by a valedictory speech by Leah Magis, a graduating student.
On behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to congratulate the council and administration of this university. Thank you for valuing our education, for nurturing us to grow in all aspects. The academic staff, thank you for your time, patience, and investment. Thank you for the assignments, tests, research, and the sleepless nights. Now we know it was worth it. To the administration and ancillary staff, thank you for your tireless effort in taking care of us. To our parents, spouses, sponsors, siblings, children, and relatives, we can't thank you enough. Some parents may not be here today, but I know wherever they are, they'll be smiling too. And if they were here, they'll be beaming. Today is a manifestation of their commitment to God and His love for us. The most challenging moment of being a student, a friend, a sister, and a roommate was that of Thursday, October 13 last year. I remember questioning God why and how. To Reginald, Clara, Cecilia, John Paul, Margaret, and Brian, we may not understand now, but I believe with no doubt that God will explain. To the fallen special 28th of October, the two continuing students that were on board MV Rabal Queen and the late Stephen Duk who left us mid last year, rest in eternal peace. Yes, we've had bad days, but we've also seen good. And today is a reminder to most of us that it's been 16 years since grade 1. For others, it may have taken a little longer. For some students, it's been challenging balancing work, family, and education priorities. And I salute and admire you all, from all your faculties and campuses, full-time students, graduates from the Postgraduate Research Center, and the Faculty of Flexible Learning. This young university, Divine Word, and its community have been able to take on challenges and explore them as new opportunities and live and learn with that in this technological century. And I hope that that will be an applicable philosophy in your lives too. So my fellow graduates, don't settle for diplomas and degrees. Start craving for masters and PhDs, maybe even double that PhD. I join our keynote speaker and reiterate and encourage you never to stop learning. I believe with no doubt that when God calls, He provides. Wherever God calls you, maybe to the busy streets of Port Moresby, Lae, Rabaul, or the isolated islands of Milne Bay, the autonomous region of Bougainville, New Ireland, and Manus, maybe to the valleys in the highlands, the deltas of Ramu and Sepik River, or the borders of PNG. Don't work because you crave for a reward, but serve people knowing that you are the expert and the only one capable of serving fellow Papua New Guineans that need your help. Teach them what you know, that is called community empowerment. Give them what they deserve, that is called service delivery. Listen to their pleas and advocate for their rights, that is called conflict resolution. I believe it is far more peaceful knowing you saved someone's life than knowing your ignorance has caused misery to others. Thank you, congratulations, and God bless you.
The ceremony of conferring of degrees, diplomas, and certificates is now concluded. On behalf of the University Council, the President, staff, and students of Divine Word University, I thank you all sincerely for your attendance at this graduation ceremony. Thank you, Toro.
Although it was emotional, the past was put behind and graduated celebrated with smiles, thunder of applauses, cheering, and tears of joy.
Jack Ona. Kingegase Fokasui.